Good morning, everyone. Back on the coal fields. Little rig got us right near our first pin. Why am I back here? Bit of redemption after last weekend. Almost killed myself out at gold mines. You guys know I've explored this field extensively, and what I've resorted to is mapping out the underground workings by way of digging up the old underground maps, taking a bearing on the shaft, overlaying it with the field, and then LiDAR scanning the entire field looking for any anomalies. I'm assuming if you're watching this is going to be an episode. It's going to be extreme at the end of the Queensland wet season, but if not, this will just be a recon video for Buck Chancey. I'm on the hunt today for vent shafts. That's what all the little LiDAR anomalies have led me to this morning. So let's get cracking. Navigated to my first pin of the day. It's looking somewhat promising. There's grass growing in the middle of it. No collar material. So it's just indeed a little pothole. On to the next one. Alright, at ground anomaly. Number 6, been hiking for about an hour. It is amazing that the LiDAR can pick this up. This is indeed nothing. Given by the look of those tea trees, that pit's probably half a metre deep. I'll still be able to drop a pin on it as a bit of a disturbance. So far this is easily the most boring content I've ever filmed. Pond watching with Ebenezer Vickery. Oh my god. Alright, we might actually have something minor here. It's a little bit of collar material that I'm walking on. And looking at the dimensions of that, that could indeed be an old vent shaft. These last 3 pins are meant to be the most promising. So far it has been impossibly boring and uneventful. Walking for about an hour and 25 minutes so far. Let's get to these last few pins before we go to number 13. Oh, that concludes the anomaly survey. That could go down in history of being one of the most boring videos ever recorded on any device. Makes me remember my heritage is Dutch, and I remember watching a home video of my opa when I was about 12, and he recorded, in its day it would have been a really nice camcorder. I still remember it was a JVC, I think, but he recorded a car trip from like Toowoomba to one of the mountains west of Toowoomba, and it was unedited and went for 90 minutes. The only highlight was, whilst also being extremely concerning, you can really briefly make out him doing like 110 k's an hour through a stop sign. But other than that, it is pretty painful to watch, very uneventful. The other bit of footage that comes to mind, I've been editing videos since I was about 14. I actually used to film and edit surf videos back in the day and do these little premieres with my mates on the central coast of New South Wales. And Dad, knowing I could put a few clips together, got me to edit one of his golf trips. I think that was 2.5 hours of footage of golf. But I think what I just captured takes the cake for the most uneventful capturing of any activity ever. My opa and Dad would be proud. I might send this to you guys, see if you can sit through it. Huge pig. Well, I don't think he's meant to be in here. Bloody hell, he's massive. Oh, that there, guys, is the most eventful thing that's happened this morning. What a beast. you go, buddy. You're the highlight of the morning. I thought I'd give you a quick look at the big mullocks of number 13. Despite my insane amount of hours surveying this, don't believe I've ever shot 13. The mullock would have been quite a lot bigger, but bulldozers have been coming in here for the best part of 5 decades. And I think right about where I'm standing was the big gantry that ran over to the back of the mullock. Alright, on to the next pin. I'll actually see if I can dig up a photo of that gantry and overlay it for you, if this indeed does make an episode. Alrighty guys, just pausing the video for one brief second to show this awesome historical photo of number 13. And this image is pretty much taken right where I'm standing. You can see the beautiful old coal loading gantry that's craning up overhead. There's actually a guy up working on it. And the number 13 coal mine represents a really important timeline in the Burrum coal mining history. It started producing coal in 1964, and number 13 only ceased operations in 1976. And number 13 really only stopped producing coal because of the decommissioning of the Howard Power Station. This is the second last producer in the coal field. It was only outlived by number 12 that started producing in 1961, and number 12 actually kept producing coal all the way through to 1997. You don't see many of these left around after the bushfires last 5 decades. That's an old rail tie. I'll follow this down, this dog leg's to the right, we'll see where we go. I'm picking up a bit of old piping. I'm standing on a pretty big mound here, and I've got another location just through the bush here. Here we are at the next location. First sign of life, 2 big figs. An old bit of rail. First sign of life all day. Oh Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? That could be number 3 on the snake count. That got my heart going. No, I won't go that way, I'll push around. Oh, second bit of excitement. Pig than a snake. Captured. What a video. Alright, I'm going to push in and see what's going on. Alright, we have signs of life. We have a compressor pipe. Some old cans on the ground. Actually, they look like core drills. They are. That's weird. Compressor pipe. And this location here, I marked on my maps as a point of interest. It does just look like a wash. I'm tempted to see where that pipe goes though. I'm still not going to walk through it. Yeah, and the reason why I said figs always a good sign, they're not native to this area. We definitely have the remnants of something going on here. Riddled with white ants. That's a cool scene, isn't it? Snake number 4 for the day, red belly. Gone near the bush there somewhere. It's just basking in the sun. It's in there somewhere. Damn, that was beautiful. That would have made a cool video. Four snakes, a pig, and a couple of air shafts. Today's been more productive than it started out. We're on the old rail line, the Mary to Hervey Bay rail line. I've got one more feature I'm looking for. Snake number 5, brown one, little one. probably only about 3 foot long, maybe 4 foot long. Scurried in there in the base of the tree. I just realised this last part of the video is pretty much an instructional video of how to get bitten by a snake. Step 1, see them. Step 2, proceed directly into the bush in the close proximity. This is where the red belly was. Definitely had the foundations of a little hut here. Bridge number 3. Look at all the hard work the volunteers have done. I'm now so sketched out from snakes. Oh, this is indeed our best find of the day. That is a definite air shaft. Mullock. This is really promising signs. Many years ago this was fenced off. I've never found this before. There's no trees in the middle of it. And we've had about 300 to 400 mils of rain over the last 30 days. So I've deleted all the pins. I will not delete this one. This gives me a lot of hope for the last 2 pins of the day. Finally found something. This is an old air shaft for number 13, or a manway escape. And yeah, the fact that it was at least partially fenced is very promising. Cool. Oh, I could actually have something here. Here's my second last pin of the day. It's either the berm of a dam. The last one was the best. What have we got here? Holy shit. Is that the old decline? I bet it is. It looks like the old rail spur line up. This is right where it's meant to be. Holy crap. This is all mullock. Check that out. No way. I wonder what that's going to show us when it's in the dry season. Again, I'll leave this pin. All right, thank you to the Howard Mining Museum for this lovely photo of the little loco, which you can actually still go and visit the Howard Mining Museum. You can actually ride this thing. Now, how the hell do we find this old decline? Well, every single coal mine that we've been able to map out is stamped by an old portal that you can still, for the most part, see, and there's either 1 or 2 air shafts that sort of saddle at either side. Now, when we mapped out the underground workings of number 13, we could see all of the levels, we could see all of the actual coal seam that had been mined, but the Department of Mines never actually pinpointed where the old decline was, and we found it on LiDAR. So what you're looking at here is the old locomotive that would have serviced this little slope down into the coal seam. It would have been trucking the men up and down for their shift, and given the location of the gantry in the northern end of the field, we actually think that the coal would have been hoisted up a shaft, as that gantry sat right over the rail spur lines. This is a pretty cool find in my book. It would just be a bunch of dirt and a little swamp for some. That's the old rail spur line down. This is the old number 13 portal. It'd be down there somewhere, long lost. I'll definitely come back here in the dry season though with a shovel and see what comes of it. Alright, second last pin of the day. I can spot a little mound through the bush. Heart always goes up a few BPM when I see these. And I think we found another shaft. Also used to be fenced. Whoa. Whoa. This has been a productive last 20 minutes. That's the remnants of the old fence. Had one of those council or SES red plastic barricades around it that didn't withstand the last few fires. Again, I will leave this pin. That is awesome. Alright, that's a wrap. That is one of 5 ticks I've just pulled off me, the other 4 in the shower, and then this little bugger was stuck right between my shoulder blades. That ended up being a, what I thought was going to be a harmless Saturday mission, ended up being a huge mission, both for myself and the car. Alright guys, we hope everyone's well, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, I just want to leave you with a couple of thoughts. I realise this is a mini episode that quickly turned into a non-mini episode. First things first, in July, check the Facebook page for the date. I think it's the 13th, Saturday the 13th of July. I will be on the raffle table at the Burrum Coalfest. So if you want to talk mining or mining history, other than the locations of the mines, I will be there. So if you're liking these videos, I assume you like our rich mining history. So come on down and celebrate effectively what spawned our town. And the second thing is just a message to anyone other than the powered e-bikes, the electric e-bikes. If you own a quad or a motorbike, please, for the love of God, stay off the Mary to Hervey Bay rail trail. There's a extremely dedicated crew of volunteers that I don't even think they took summer off. They've just powered through. I've seen countless photos of those guys powering through summer, planting trees, building all the bridge bypasses, grading the road, putting so much time and love into regenerating what will be an amazing, or already is, an amazing tourist draw card for our region. Now, there's a lot going on in Hervey Bay at the moment. Jamie Drury is promoting a massive Hilton-esque hotel on the Esplanade. And there are a lot of people in Hervey Bay that are anti-development. Now, we won't get political on this channel, certainly sounded like it, didn't it? But what we will say is, if you're anti-development, you must be pro-history. If you're pro-history, then you should be getting behind the rail trail. And the way that you can get behind the rail trail, if you own a motorbike, is to stay off it. There is countless tracks that sort of saddle either side of the actual rail trail that you can enjoy your powered motorbikes or quads on. I did notice when I was walking on the southern part of the rail trail that some of it had been absolutely torn to shreds by motorbikes. That is not cool. Everyone should be getting behind the rail trail and really supporting it as a major project for the Fraser Coast, because rail trails all over Australia, in fact globally, draw millions of tourists to certain destinations per year, especially our one, which is littered with over 100 years of really, really cool mining history. That's another reason why I decided to produce today's video. So try and get along to the Howard Coalfest, 13th of July. You'll see me, Eb, at the raffle table. And please support and stay off the rail trail if you are on a motorbike or a quad. Especially after rain, you tear the trail to shreds. And that's a lot of hard yards from the volunteers that have been totaled for the enjoyment of a few motorbike riders. So until the next one, guys, we hope everyone's really well. Chuck us a like, chuck us a comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one.